Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, one of the things I've been struggling with for quite a few years now is fueling the various pieces of equipment. Now, I have had a couple of 30-gallon two-wheeled totes with a pump action hand cranking fuel system, but those are on wheels and they were in the shop, and it would work great if I had a piece of equipment in the shop that needed to be fueled. Otherwise, I've been using 5-gallon totes for either gas or diesel. These are my diesel ones, and recently I just got sick and tired of going ahead and going back and forth to the fuel station, filling up 5-gallon cans and coming back and then putting something like this on the ground or a bucket so that I could reach up above and fuel up various pieces of equipment. So today I got this portable diesel transfer tank that I'm going to unpackage right now and see how it looks. So let's go. I think that this one's manufactured in either Italy or Spain. First off, I'm impressed with the way that they wrap this with some bubble wrap here on the top and a secure ratchet strap. That's really good. The thing that's real nice about a unit like this is it's relatively light. It's a polyethylene tank, and it comes pretty packaged. We'll see what all comes with it here in just a moment. I think empty it weighs about 110 pounds. And one of the reasons I like it so much is this can fit in the back of a pickup truck. I can make a 3-point hitch carry-all for it as well. It's got the placement for the forks in both directions, and I think my forks might be able to go narrow enough for this. They got security latches. Here we have a 12-volt pump, and I thought that there was a filter that came with this as well. Unless the filter's built right in here. Nice nozzle. A fuel level indicator. The diesel filling port here. I can see it's a float down there. You probably can't see it down in that hole. And this is a vented cap. Looks like either that or it's for a special tool. Boy, this really looks nice. This really looks nice. They make different styles, but I wanted the 116. They have one that's diesel and DEF, so that would be awesome as well. And this can be locked, which is really nice. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I love that I can put forks in it. I love that it's not going to rust. Oh yeah. When it's empty, I can pick that up and put it right into the back of the truck. So that's awesome. and instead of pulling up to the diesel pump at the local fueling station, I can actually get off-road fuel, because I've been paying road tax on everything that I've been getting recently, where each can at the station that I was going to before, where I didn't pay tax on it, it was a big hassle for them. So hopefully this won't be an issue using this and saying hasta la vista to these fuel tanks. Just not my cup of tea. Okay, I did run into a couple of challenges, and no, the cat eating the cat food on the back of my truck is not really a challenge. We look at that as a blessing. Thea makes sure that cats always have places to come and eat. Right, Blackie? Don't get nervous. Daddy's going to open the door. So I've been hauling. So this is my 03 Chevy Avalanche, which I've had. Bought it brand new in 03, and so it's 18 years old and it's rusty now. It's been a fantastic truck, and I've hauled lots of 4x8 sheets of building materials. However, the distance, because of this cover, which has been great, because of the distance between this point and this point is less than 47 inches, which is the width of the tank. That means I have to turn it, instead of having the long axis being wide here, going across so it can fit in, I have to turn it lengthwise. Okay, so now I'm going to show you it's okay, honey. Now I'm going to show you the next obstacle. Okay, for the next challenge, I mentioned before that the fuel tote there actually has two ways that the forklift can get its forks underneath it. And I mentioned previously, one of the reasons I purchased the hydraulic adjustable forks for this was to be super easy from inside the cab to adjust the forks. Well, I've got the forks adjusted right now to the closest that it can be, and it's about a fork width too wide, unfortunately. So the forks work great if I approach it from the long axis. So in other words, if I go up this way, there's no problem getting the forks underneath this tote. And the forks won't fit between these two, so I took the pallet that came with that the tote was shipped on, and I fixed the broken board that was on it, and I laid down some plywood from the Ultimate Tool Rack shipping crate, put it on there for right now, and that allows me to put the forks in underneath here, and I was able to take it and bring this to the fuel station, and was able to put 100 gallons in it. It holds 116, but the machine shut off at 100 gallons. So, and I did reach out to the manufacturer. I asked a question, and I bought this through Amazon.com, and I'll make sure to put a link to it so you can read more about it, or if you want one of these, you can pick one up through there. They've been real good. It comes from Italy, so it takes a little while for it to get here. It's been, I think, 3 weeks for me to get it. But I asked, where is the inline fuel filter, and can it be changed? I believe that the inline fuel filter is just probably just a screen filter at the base of the fuel inlet at the base of the tank. That's what I'm guessing. What I'm going to do is put a water extractor and fuel filter additionally in here. Now I see they've got places that they've got inserts, brass inserts that are threaded in 2 different locations. So hopefully it's a challenge because everything's I only speak English, unfortunately. So it's a challenge getting the information for what actually goes here and the appropriate filter. So hopefully they'll get back to me as well. So I was able to get it filled. I am able to transport it. Ultimately, it won't be a problem. putting this in once next year. I hope to have the Cybertruck, so I'll be able to fuel up that way with the diesel fuel anyways. So that should make life a bit easier. I really like this tote. I think it's great. A little over $1,200, so it is expensive. But I think this thing is going to last forever as long as something doesn't happen to it. When you add up the cost of an inline filter, the 12-volt electric pump, and the hose system in here, and I think that it's quite a deal. It seems like a pretty good deal to me. And so I've got to think about how I want to fabricate a system to move this around on the property if necessary. I could just make a location in the new building when I get to that, and we'll talk about that in future videos. But just so it's easy enough for me to bring this to a location to fuel up the pieces of equipment as needed. For right now, the pallet will work. Whether I'll make a 3-point hitch for the back of the tractor, I don't know. That seems like a very reasonable thing to do. It's a nice counterbalance, but I wouldn't want to be shaking this around all the time either. The other good thing is with the forks being able to go side, where it's wider. With this, the forks do work on it, and so it goes right in the back of Pepe just fine. So it'll just fit in here, and it'll fit underneath the tote here, and it's actually narrower at the base than this as well. As you see, it tapers down just a bit there at the base. So I'm pretty pumped about this. I'm so excited that I'm not going to be using those 5-gallon cans, going back and forth to the fueling station all the time, paying road tax on it. So I'm pretty excited about being able to use forks to move the fuel as well, and this long line and electric pump be much easier fueling the equipment. So we'll do an update after I've used it for a while and let you know what I think about it, but right now I'm pretty pumped about it. I'll put a link in the description below to it, so if you want to check it out, the company, and see what sort of fueling systems they have. I know that now this is made just for diesel fuel. Because of the volatility of gasoline, this one is not approved for gasoline. So they make specialized ones for gasoline, much more volatile gases that come off of that. So interesting. I think it's a pretty darn good company. We need some like this made in the United States as well. So if you found this video of value, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and by all means, folks, stay safe and take care. Bye-bye now.